just during the vigil, actually for the school shootings, I was just reflecting on America, and how sometimes it's appropriate to feel pride in your country and think about this ideal of a democratic republic or the centuries of people fighting for equality, and then other times, you feel like you're living in a graveyard, right? I mean, it's just like it's just bodies of people who are unjustly dead, black bodies, native bodies, brown bodies, Asian bodies. And I was listening to the speakers at the vigil and just thinking about that, and also thinking, maybe there's whether you're a national representative or state representative or local representative, there's some power just to acknowledging that fact and that you've benefited from that history. And maybe there's also just some personal power in just realizing that you're living in this graveyard. I have a friend who's buried in the Davis Cemetery, and he didn't die from violence, but he did die young. And every time I visit him from time to time, and I feel lots of things when I'm there. I feel a lot of grief, and I feel sort of the senselessness of him leaving early and all that. And then sometimes I also feel more powerfully than anywhere else, I feel this sense of how precious and fragile things are. And the truth is, and this is how I would link it to Davis and why it's important for us to make this statement, the truth is that feeling of how close death is and how precious life is, we spend most of our time, let's face it, me too, turning away from that. We live in our comfortable houses in our pretty town and dedicate most of our energy to the preservation of convenience and familiarity. And we know that despite the fact that the triggers of death are all around us, right? We're in a mental health crisis. We're in an addiction crisis. We're in a housing crisis. We're in a climate change crisis. And it's exploding all around us. And for the most part, we have the luxury of turning away from death, while some people, that's the entirety of what they look at every day. So when something like Half Moon Bay or Monterey Park or Memphis happens, even us, in those moments at least, even us, the privileged, can't turn away. We have to face it. I don't know. We have every moment that's like this is so painful, and it's also a gift in the sense of it gives us a chance to think about where we put our energy, to put aside all these things that don't matter, all the, achievement and wealth and comfort, all of that stuff, and just dedicate ourselves to stuff that matters. So I don't have the answers, but I think America, California, Davis, we're in serious, serious trouble in a lot of ways. We're in a very literally an existential crisis. I believe that. And this illusion of whatever it is, placidity, wealth, security, it's just an illusion, It's all around. And there are no easy answers, I'll say, but one of the things that thank you so much, Gloria, for putting on that vigil and all the people that were assembled, Moms Demand Action. And one of the thoughts that night that really brought me some measure of comfort and even a little bit of joy is that, all of these people who are really trying, that's the only way that this country heals. It's the trying that completes us, and that's all I have right now. But yeah, thanks for the